What's up, everyone? Raptor-Omight here, and today some pretty interesting news has come about Chaos in Space Marine 2, how their customizations are going to work. Now, I made a video, my very first ever Warhammer video, where I talked about my thoughts and opinions on what could be an issue in the Eternal War game mode, which is the PvP game mode for Space Marine 2. Now, one of my main concerns was how would the customization work? As we have seen that for at least the Astartes, they will be able to be customized to the co-op missions. However, would they be customizable to the same degree in the Eternal War? And today we got that answer. So the answer is largely yes. But what about Chaos? Well, here's what we got. For the Chaos, it will work as followed. Essentially, let's say you are playing as the Night Lord. As such, you can only play at Night Lord if you are playing with a jump pack or the Assault class. This means that you can't play as, let's say, a World Eater with a jump pack. You can't do that. Or if you want to play a World Eater with a Bulwark, you can't do that. Only the Death Guard is Bulwark. Night Lords are jump. I keep calling them jump troopers. They're assaults, so my apologies. World Eater seems to be the Vanguard. The Alpha Legion looks to be the sniper, and so on and so on and so on. So each of the traitor legions have their own different traitor marine who is going to essentially be put in that class, meaning that you cannot change them, but you can change their coloring. So if you want to play, again, let's take the Night Lord that you see on screen here, there are different options that you can pick for different coloring. There will still be a Night Lord, but you can change their emblem and you can change their color to look more, let's say, Nurgle-like or World Eater-like or Thousand Suns-like, which is something that I am going to be frank is okay, I guess. But when we're talking about the whole of it, here's my personal opinion on that idea. For me, I don't necessarily like the idea that because the Loyalists, since a lot of the Loyalist Space Marines look kind of the same, just with different coloring, the Chaos Marines actually have very unique looks to them, with each one having a different kind of like armor pattern and not just a coloring. Like the World Eaters, because I'm going to bring them up a lot, I guess, in this video, because I just said them like 4 times now. Their armor looks like this. They have like spikes on them. They got this like hornish thing going on their helmet. They're ripped as hell, depending on where you look at your sources. Normally, they're depicted wielding a plasma pistol or bolt pistol with a chain axe or 2 chain axes, and so on and so forth. Now, my only issue with the idea of making sure that the Chaos Legions or even the Loyalists in this regard stuck as what they are in the Eternal War is it kind of restricts your customization. Like, yeah, I understand what they were going for. Like, example 1 being, I understand why they did this. Like, here's an example. Let's take the Death Guard. In the lore of Warhammer, the Death Guard are very tough and very resilient combatants. As such, they gave the Bulwark class to the Death Guard because the Death Guard in lore, hard to kill, kind of bulky, but in the game, Bulwark is kind of that tankish class. So that would make sense. Close quarter combat, which seems to be what the World Eater is, I believe it's called the Vanguard. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it looks like you can grapple on the Space Marines and then chainsaw them if you got the drop on them, which looks really damn cool. But I guess that pretty much fits the overall World Eater theme because they're very melee focused, but you have your bolter just in case, which again is pretty cool. So on and so forth. And it makes sense in that regard, but I wish that they didn't do this because any game, let's say, like, one of the games that I love playing the most is For Honor. Very first video I ever made on my channel was about a game called For Honor. And in that game, you could customize your hero to look whatever you want. You want them edgy, you want them to look good, look bad. You could do whatever. And Space Marine 2 kind of looks like they're going down that path where you can take your Marine and customize them to whatever you want. You want them to be like their own chapter. You want to make up your own damn Legion. You can. You just gotta get the color palettes and the symbol you want. Go for it. Make one up. Do whatever you want. Or do you want to be more lore accurate? Then go for it. You can be a salamander. You can be a Imperial Fist, Iron Hand, etc., etc., etc. Now, the reason why I bring this up with the Eternal War and not the PvE aspect of the game is because in the PvE, we can see that you can customize your Astartes to look any way you want. Do you want them to match a Legion? Then you can. In Eternal War, I assume you're going to be able to do the exact same thing with your Astartes. However, the difference is between Chaos and the Astartes is, like I said earlier, where the Chaos Marines have like a very unique theme to them. But the Marines, the Astartes, all kind of, keyword here, kind of look the same, just with a different color and a different symbol on their shoulder things, on their shoulder armor. Like, this is an Ultramarine, this is a Imperial Fist, and this is a Blood Raven. These are just some of the characters, no, sorry, not characters, legions that you can play as. And I assume in the PvP, you'll be able to customize them to look like that. So, like, if you want to make Black Templar, you can use Bulwark, there you go. But let's say you want to play Dark Angel, you can do Dark Angel with still Bulwark. Do you want to do Imperial Fist with Bulwark because they're known for their shields? You can do that. You see what I mean? Like, there's so much more customization for the Astartes than there is Chaos in that aspect, where the Chaos Marines, you can only change their color to vaguely match what you want them to be, but you can't, like, change the character or the Legion. I mean, you can't change the Legionnaire to a different class, something I don't necessarily like. Now, I hope that they change that, but by the looks of it, there are 2 empty slots, so we might get more classes in the future. Maybe. I mean, I would like if they would add, like, the Emperor's Children or the Iron Warriors or hell, the Word Bearers. Why not? But even though I personally never played the first Space Marine game, I do think that one of the main reasons why it's so popular even today is largely because of your allowance to customize your Marine to look whatever way you want and whatever loadout you want. I think that Space Marine 2 should do that with the PvP game mode as well. Now, I understand though why they moved to classes, so it's much more balanced. But the issue with that is not the classes themselves, but again, your customization. Because if you have a game and you want to customize your character, that incentivizes the player to stay playing and stay longer. And as a result, the game's life stays, not flatlining. Even though, while I do think that this is honestly really cool to see, what we're getting, and I guarantee you, the PvP will be really fun. I guarantee it will be. It looks fun. It looks batshit crazy. I can't wait to play as, like, a World Eater. Especially can't wait to play as a Death Guard, as I am a Death Guard fan. But I'm just pointing out my opinion on it, that hopefully in the future they kind of change that so that you can just swap between legions on the classes you want. And that's what I'm just hoping for. And I think the Astartes should do the same thing with the Loyalists as well. Because, I mean, yeah, you can just customize and look whatever way you want, color-wise. But the main focus is, of course, customization. So you want them to look their best. So that's just me. But that'll be all for me today. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I tried to answer all your comments. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care now.